Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55. It's the Tier 9 American SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Overlord, and it's under the command of danijjjel of ME clan. At least I think is that ME or VIE? I can't read it from here. Game on. Well, it's an 8-inch howitzer, which is 203mm in caliber. It's capable of doing 900 alpha, and it'll penetrate 52mm of armor with a 10.5 meters burst radius and between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. You can see danijjjel's decided he's going to drive down to the far end. He's gone right to the back of the map, and he's ready to go. Straight into the aim. Kampfpanzer EK Eins. No, that's the or was the flat pack tank destroyer. Similar to the Striv. Rounds out the FB. Oh, direct hit! 328 hit points from that one. That was a big hit. You heard the sizzle as it went off against the hull. He's going to go underneath the 21. No, it's actually the 17cm howitzer there on the GW Tiger. It's the stock one. This is the top gun as when it comes to the M53. Oh, and he's driven into the hut. I guess he put it on cruise control. Lot of enemy tanks on this side of the map. Looks like relatively few have gone down to the beach. Well, that's good because that means more for us to feast upon. T30. Rounds out. Looks good. Oh, right over the top of him. That guy needs to buy a lottery ticket. Standard reload is 40.27 seconds, and we can see danijjjel's got it down to 34.67, so he has knocked off 6 seconds at least. And the Conqueror's gone before we can shoot, but there's a T-54D there in the dip. Rounds out. Direct hit. Good shot. 313, and he's got some stun. The Heshbon we fired at earlier, he's on the corner, and he's down to half his hit points. He's a one-shot now. Unfortunately, he just killed our Leopard 1, but we can still take him out. Last few seconds. We've lost sight of him, but I think he's still on that corner. T100 moving slow. Need the carrot just to pick him up. Oh, that's all the Manticore. There he is. Okay, the FB is in the position. Well, we did get it close, and in fact, one of our teammates, actually in the Kampfpanzer EK Eins, did get the kill on the Heshbon, so he has gone. And our shell, well, we did 258 hit points of damage from the shell, although it was only close, but we did get assist because we got 440 whilst he was still stunned. Now, we haven't got the communications expert skill up, which suggests that he hasn't got that skill available to him. T100 is now one shot. Just need to get the shell close enough. No, it wasn't close enough. Only 55 hit points was required. He's looking over on that right-hand side of the map, the east side at the moment. And now there's a Sharpview 204 in there. And he's decided to push ahead. He's not coming in our direction yet. That was a shot from the GW going over the top of him. We're loaded. Good shot. Direct hit. 431 hit points. Now we're using these barns for cover at the moment. But the enemy is getting close. We've got a Bosch 155 and a Leopard 1. Now, they will block any player from getting closer to us. We're firing over the barn at the Shah. We just knocked the trees over. That might actually give the enemy Arty a clue as to where we are. They've got a back chat 155-55 and an M53 M55. That's better. Just missed. Waiting for sight of that Shah Future 4. He's ducked into cover. I think he's probably in the tree line. Looks like there were a few enemy tanks that went down to the beach. And I have the feeling that we're about to launch a shell at that Centurion Action 10, who's making his way right up onto the cliff edge. Rounds out. We've got some damage, only 64 hit points. Didn't get any stun though, that's the main thing. Okay, if he can get a penetrating shot on that Centurion, it should be a kill shot. In fact, now even more so because he's down to just 277. We've still got over 10 seconds to go. And he's going after that CS-59. And before he could get there close enough, our lat strip 120 managed to get the kill. The lat strip 120 is a new tank to me. Mind you, they have been bringing out a huge number of new tanks recently. Looks like it's a tank destroyer. Go for it now. Good hit. 501 hit points of damage on the Leopard, but unfortunately our lat strip did die. But the Leopard is now one shot. He's vulnerable. And he's a splash kill for us. So if we can stay alive long enough, we'll take the kill. We've only got 2 HE rounds with stun left. I would shoot or change to the non-stun variety to get the Leopard. But before we can shoot, the Foch gets the kill. And now the enemy have only got 5 left. 2 Arty, 2 tank destroyers, 1 medium. There is one of the tank destroyers, the Shah Future 4. Oh, sorry, it's not a tank destroyer, is it? It is a medium tank, but it should be a tank destroyer. It's got very thin armor. Okay, so there's their lat strip. We'll have to look that one up later on. It's the first time I've seen that one in a battle. Reasonably close, but now both teams have got 5 tanks left in the game. We seem to have lost our GW Tiger somewhere during the game. We've got no chance of getting a shot on the T-30 because he's hugging the cliffs, rather. But we now know where one of the enemy Arty is because they're down in the spawn point. Very close to the spawn point. Okay. That was on the Shah Future for just a brief second. Line it up again. He's going to try again. And when he does, we can go for it. Rounds out. He's going to try. He does get splash. 148 splash. And the Foch nukes him and he's at the game. So that did play into that because I think the guy pulled back the moment he knew he was in danger. Now, we don't have any worry from the T-30. What we do worry about is that lat strip because we don't know where he is. Our teammates are fairly close to the corner where he could be. But the worry is if we start moving about, he might spot us. He's actually getting elevation at the moment. Let's hope he's actually going back into the tree line. Because it'll give him a little more cover. Yep, that looks about right. So we still can't hit that T30. He knocks the tree down, which if I was in the opposite Arty, I would be looking for something like that to happen. Seems that the T30 may have got around them. I think he came up the other chine. Now the lat strip is actually in sight. The M103 got him, and both enemy Arty are heading that way. But we've got the T30 in our sights. And he's dead. So we now go to the lat strip. Straight away, it's the only one that's in sight. He's just fired. Now, can we stop this lat strip? Here we go. Rounds out. Oh, it hits the wreck. It went past him. And he pulled back just enough to avoid the shell, which then hit the wreck down below. That's right on the corner. The M103 is using that. Oh, and that shell came from a north position. So he's actually moving. He is actually closer to us now. We don't know which Arty it is, but one of them has moved. The Foch is coming in from one direction. He might spot the enemy Arty, whichever one it is. The Caro is racing along the beach because he wants to come in from one of the chines near the cap area. Hopefully go past that and go straight to the Arty. The Foch didn't see the enemy Arty. We might be the next person to spot that. You notice that the tracer was coming in from a north position. And in fact, there he is. One of them is over there. Now, I think that might be the second one. The Batchat 155-55. The M53 might be closer to us. So we're dialing in on that spot. And I think we can try a shot because he's obviously in cover. We're firing non-stun HE now. So obviously we need to get the shells really close. The Foch might be the one who spots the M53. Caro's moving past. There's the M53, M55, M53. That's the Batchat, sorry. I think that M53, M55 is a lot closer. I could be wrong. Oh, and he goes down and he's taken out by the Caro, not by the Foch, who was waiting in ambush. We still haven't seen the M53, M55, but we know one of the enemy Arty was near the spawn point, which is near that house, right down where the Caro is right now. And in fact, he is closer, and he just got seen and taken out by the Foch 155. And there's only one enemy left now. There's lat strip 120. It's the 2-minute mark. They think he's down in the corner. Okay, he moved forward to get behind those wrecked buildings to provide cover. Guess he didn't want to be out and about. If he was spotted by the enemy Arty whilst he was firing, they'd see the tracer and then they'd aim for him. But now it's that strip 120. Oh no, this is not what we want to see now. The Foch has been taken out by the lat strip 120 and it's down to the Caro. Oh, and he just got taken out as well. And we fired blind. But we're into the last minute now. I'm not so sure that lat strip is actually going to be able to make it up this end of the map in time. But I will be headed straight for the beach rather than headed south. If that guy's got good camo, he might spot us if we're on the move. Now, he could go into a ambush position. He's found him. But we're probably going to get spotted. He's trying to get the rescue on the target. The lat is coming towards us. He's got 15 seconds to kill us. And he is a flat pack. Oh, and he gets the kill. Well done. That was a kill shot, and that's the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first-class tanker for danijjjel of ME in the M53, M55. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 10 in this one, according to this. Well, it says 3 actually, but it's also saying 10 above that. So I think we have to assume that it was 10 critical hits in the game. He didn't get any other medal, but he did pick up a fairly high score, and he also got the last kill of the game, the Lat Stridish, which is not a tank I've actually come across before, so it must be fairly recent. Anyway, let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in the game went to the M53, who managed 5,090 hit points of damage, but he got taken out by that Lat Strid before the end of the game. And he got the highest. The second highest turned out to be the Lat Strid, who managed 3,710. And in third place, it was danijjjel with 3,360. So well done on the score as well. When it came to kills, the high scorer was the Caro, who managed 7 kills in the game. 3 kills went to the Foch and also to the Lat Strid on the enemy team. And 2 kills went to the Leopard 1, the Heshbarn, the Centurion Action 10, the Sharp Future 4 on the enemy team. We only got 1 kill there for danijjjel. When it came to base XP, he's in second place because the Caro managed 1,157. Then we've got the danijjjel getting 935, just below the 1,000. And the third place goes to the MX50 Foch. So just below, but the top scorer was the Caro on kills and also on base XP, and the only player to get over 1,000 base. He fired 15 rounds in the game. He kept active, but only when he could actually see a target. His teammates weren't finding the targets. It made it towards the end a bit of hide and seek. 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 10 splash. That penetrating shot must have been the last shot of the game, and yes, it was. He actually did penetrate the Lat Stridish at the end. So going back to the details again, 10 splashes, 3,360 hit points of damage, of which 2,482 were at more than 300 meters. The Lat Stridish shot right at the end was a very close range. He did receive 1 hit from that tank, and it was a penetrating shot, but it wasn't enough to kill him. And so he had to take a second shot, and that's when danijjjel gets the kill shot. And he did it in a very good way, because this Arty, the M53, M55, is one of only a few Artys that actually has gun depression. And so he just lowered his barrel right down as low as he could. And of course, this Lat Stridish had to actually raise above the ground level on that ridgeline. And in doing so, he gave a clean shot directly to the M53. And that's it's not a 155mm, it's a 203mm shell at close range. It's just going to go straight through and overmatch the armor on that tank. No matter how well angled his armor is going to be, the shell's going to go through it. So very well played that he actually pulled back to force the enemy to poke his head over the ridgeline, which gave him that clean shot. And then, of course, he could use that gun depression. 1,237 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. He earned 72,330 credits from the game, and that's including a 65,000 personal mission payout. And he picked up 2,806 experience points out of the game as well. So yes, it was a sweet win at the end. Instead of actually going straight down to the beach, as I would have done, if I'd done that, then I think we would have lost the game, because I'm pretty sure the Lat Strid would have actually seen me and shot me. Well, what he did was ambush. He actually moved forward, got into cover, and waited for the enemy to be spotted. He was spotted very quickly, and I'm pretty sure the enemy Lat Strid saw what was going on and came straight towards him, thinking that he got the win because, of course, all he had to do was kill one Arty and he won the game. But it turned out that the Arty killed him, and that's the end of the game for him, and he lost it. Artys do win games. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.